Hello then, welcome back to France. Last time we, well, had a very long episode where it's mostly, not really vassalization, but mostly just integrating of Genoa and the others. Today we're going to follow suit in basically the same line. We're going to see here if we can get the vassalization and annexation of, sorry, not the, sorry, let me rephrase that. We're going to try and vassalize Venice in preparation for a war against Milan. And we're going to integrate both Croatia and Hungary. As a result of that, we broke our alliance with Bohemia when they ended up in a war with Bavaria, Württemberg, the Pope, Milan, and Burgundy. It was basically just a move, because we were going to more or less break that alliance anyways as soon as Croatia and Hungary got annexed, due to the opinion of the Bohemians being just so incredibly low of us. So with that in mind, I'm actually very tempted here to just go ahead here and do the honourable thing and conquer some land here for Hungary. I'm very tempted to just take that core and potentially take these two provinces as well, Moravia and Ratibor, just to see what happens. I'm very tempted to do that actually. So we might just go ahead here and betray Bohemia in a very, very bad way, but that doesn't really matter right now. We would probably end up doing that anyways, so we'll have to see. That castle serves no purpose anymore. But anyways, we'll have to see what happens. Most likely, we're just going to declare war on Venice right now. And once we've done that and vassalized them, we're going to go ahead and most likely have the claim on Austria fabricated. Declare war on Austria with the goal of taking Wien. I'm also very tempted to take Osmark, but I think we'll just be happy with just Wien. It's a very expensive to call territory anyways. And I think that should be enough. But first things first here, we're going to upgrade the military here. We'll upgrade this thing here, which gives us the achievement City of Cities, which is very good. It's been ages since I actually got an achievement in EU4, so I'm pretty happy about actually finally getting one. Most of my runs before were ruined by, well, a lot of different things basically. So we'll have to see if we can do something new off this one, because this one has been rather successful so far, I dare say. Ship is here, we'll make just a very tiny stop, if you will. And we'll declare war on them, with the gold taking Cyprus. I'm very tempted to try and get the Ottoman in our lines, but I have a feeling that would not work out well at all. Honestly, it just would not work out at all. So, that's too bad. But I know, when I declare war on Austria now, that I definitely want to get Gers here, and most likely Wien. Those are going to be the two targets for the war. So, while we deal with Venice, let's just fabricate a claim on Gers, because I have to wait until Hungary has actually been annexed before I can actually fabricate a claim on Wien. So we'll most likely end up finding Milan here pretty soon, but the alliances are a big problem. So I might have to see here if I can get Poland into another war, like fighting Russia again when the truce runs out in 1709, in 5 years time. Or England or someone else. Flanders is a possibility, but Burgundy even. So again, we'll have to see here what we do. Because right now I don't really have too many targets that I can wage war against that would actually be beneficial to me, which is it's slightly concerning and slightly problematic. So we'll have to see how we want to handle that. But for now, not really much we can do. Also, in terms of rivals, there's been some changes. As you can see, it's now Ottomans. We have Austria and we have Russia. The reason why it changed is pretty straightforward. Flanders got too small, Milan got too small, and I had to pick new ones, basically. I am very tempted to actually do some conquest and hand this over to Croatia, most likely. Kazan, Hejaz, and Tunis. I'm pretty sure. How am I doing in terms of navy compared to the Ottomans? We have the biggest navy, but the Ottomans do have a pretty strong one. Mostly galleys, though. So what we're going to do is actually build a... Let's just create a template here. This is for the Ottoman battle, basically. So 35 ships. There we go. We're going to build 2 of these, and that should help out a fair bit in the Ottoman War. And I can just use the light ship for something else later. So let's just go ahead and create 2 of them. It's going to take ages to build, of course, but other than that, it should be fine. We don't have any, well, kind of haste to get into the war with the Ottomans, and I kind of need another fleet in Europe, anyways. I should probably also go ahead and build some more traded fleets, because we are still earning a tremendous amount of money. Mostly because of the annexation of Genoa, I would presume, because they had a lot of trading power in the Genoa node, and now currently we are at 73%, which gives us a lot more, well, money. Also due to this, I'm very tempted to take the coastline of the countries here, just because of the trading power in the English node. There's an achievement connected to that too, so it would be probably clever of us to just go ahead and do that, basically. I'll keep on converting land, and we'll make peace with, I think, Venice here as soon as we attack the Rhodes forces. And then we'll have to decide what we want to do with the potential war here against the other countries. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, we'll keep on fabricating claims on our enemy, and we'll see what happens here when it comes to attacking Milan, because they do have powerful allies, and we'll just have to see how things go, because if Poland wants to join Milan, then things are going to go bad for us anyways. So we'll have to see what happens in that regard. The war has been very slow, mostly due to the fact that, well, our enemies are annoying, if you will. But anyways, it should be fine now. I'm pretty sure that the United States asks here, they will end all treaties with Austria. They're giving up basically, which is good. And that gives us a 100% war score with Venice, which means that we can now go ahead and do the vassalization that we had a plan of. And boom, Venice is now a vassal. And of course that is rather wonderful, because this means that we can now basically, we're prepared now. We can declare war on Milan should we decide to. But I'm pretty sure that we don't really want to, because I have a sinking feeling that Poland will join Milan. Yeah. Poland will join Milan here, which is not good. So if we were to declare war on Burgundy instead, how would things work out there? Not really. We need to end up in a war with Milan, but I don't have a good way of doing that. We could go ahead and declare that one with Bohemia, which allows us to now go for a very simple and straightforward war. Take the call. We'll lose one for having a royal marriage, sadly. Austria will not join in. Which would be good. Poland. Poland's defender of the Protestant faith, Austria is of the empire. I think we want to declare war here, I think. Take call, take capital. I think we'll go with take capital. I'll lose a stability point, I'll get some other things because of the royal marriage. But that's something we can definitely handle. So I don't really have any concerns on that in that regard. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about here is who will join who. Bohemia and Frankfurt joined them, which is not terrifying at all. Let's just be perfectly clear on that. That's not terrifying at all. Luckily enough, it seems that our ships are starting to getting built now, which is good. And are you guys actually going to attack me? No, you are not. So we're going to put Jules de Vivian here in charge, and I'm very tempted to actually attack them if I could, but I can't. So we're just going to keep an eye on this army here, see where they go, and hopefully we will get the results that we want and to some degree need in this one. But it should be pretty straightforward. We can just more or less relax and wait until the war ends, if you will. The shipbuilding is also going rather nicely here. The 1st Regiment is almost done for the potential war here against the Ottomans. But yeah, we will fight Bohemia and we'll see how it goes. Should be pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and I do so want to fight potentially Flanders here. I'm very tempted. Brandenburg in Switzerland, not really that scary. And with that said, I should probably fabricate claims on these 3 and try and take as many colonies as I can. Because again, power projection and things like that. But these are going to be extremely expensive to core. Same as Wien, so we'll have to see if it's a good idea or not, but I'll go for it and we'll see how things play out here. For now, however, we'll allow the siege to continue and we'll see how things go. War has been going rather well. I haven't actually challenged their army yet, but we will do now. 48,000 versus 44. The generals are, well, more or less equal. I have a 5-3, they have a 5-3. So let's see how this goes. I got a -1 to terrain penalty, and Croatia ended up backing me up here, which should be enough to win this battle, and thus I should probably get enough war score to actually make the peace deal here, if I'm not mistaken. And the goal is basically just to hand these 3 over to Hungary. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, this will be the goal. Just hand these 3 over to Hungary. And I'm actually very tempted to just go ahead and declare war on Austria. And the reason for that is actually very simple. You see, a Burgundy is in alliance with them, so that's good. And basically everything that's powerful with Milan, I can cancel out here. I can probably get Poland to back me up into a war with Austria. Burgundy will join the war with Austria, and then Milan will basically sit alone there with Lorraine, the Pope, and Galera, which will make them incredibly easy to break. So I'm basically kind of banking on that, if you will, that will happen. And we'll have to see here. If I can pull that off, then I'll definitely be very happy with the situation, how things go. But we'll have to see. It's kind of a big what's if, and I'm kind of thinking that it will be easy to pull off, but we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, potentially I am once again underestimating, overestimating, something in between, and I might get bitten. But it feels like something that is worth trying. If potentially, if things potentially go here. 5% tax with exceptions. What do I want here? 5% extra tax. How are we doing now in terms of tax modifiers? 18. No, I wanted to introduce the 5% tax. Damn it. The 5%, not the one that gave unrest points, because, well, that never ends up going well. So with that said, here we're just going to allow the claim to be fabricated, and then we'll probably be able to make peace with Bohemia here. Bohemia will now accept the peace deal, and we're going to make this. Worst case scenario, some of these provinces that I'm taking will be handed back to Austria, but I'm kind of banking on that not happening. We'll just have to see here. But anyways, it's going to be interesting here, because the plan is more or less now to go for a ride-out war here against Austria. Poland will join on my side, and as you can see, everything will join on Austria's side. And the goal is basically just to keep Poland in this, break Austria, break Burgundy, and then declare war on Milan, who will then not have any allies to help them out here, because Poland and Burgundy are basically removed from the equation. The Pope, very easy to beat. Lorraine, very easy to beat. Galera, also very easy to beat, so I don't really have any concerns on that scheme. It's basically just being prepared here for, well, what follow next, if you will. There we go. Croatia has been annexed. Bohemia is no longer a accepted rival for me, which is not the best thing ever, but something I can live with. And I don't really need these bastions and castles anymore, but we will have these 2 active. And I will also get rid of the Croatian army. Bohemia is no longer an accepted rival. That's fine. Burgundy is, and Milan is also back on the list. So let's do it. And basically, as I said, as soon as these guys are back, we will go ahead and declare war, more or less. And oh, you're running away. Well, that's fine. Take capital Wien. I think that should probably work. And as you can see, the Polish will work or join my side, which is good. Let's just go ahead and declare war. Take capital Wien. And we're going to fight this war next time, but basically I want to join up these 2 forces, because I'm pretty sure the Burgundy military is going to be very, very powerful, a big threat. So I have to be aware of that, be prepared for that. But basically the goal is now just to create, well, a little bit nicer borders here, especially with Hungary. And I'll probably end up taking a lot of the land that Eastern Austria has, so we'll have to see what happens there. In terms of Russia here, we'll probably just take Ryazan, Kazimir, Penza, as well as Moscow. So I'm currently just fabricating claims on those provinces. We will also declare war on Milan pretty soon. The Palatinate, Alsace, Burgundy, Magdeburg, and Frankfurt. So there are some people here joined in. Not, well, completely unexpected, as you might expect. But yeah, we're going to just go on the aggressive here, or be the aggressor, take down, hopefully, Austria first. And as you see, other than Austria and Burgundy, there's not really too much of a threat in this war. So as long as I eliminate their forces, which number a little bit over 120,000, 130,000, we are perfectly fine. I basically have more cannons than they have total of their forces. That's the hilarity of this. And of course Milan then stands now pretty much alone against me when I declare war. So we're going to continue this next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.